Assalamu alaikum. How are you today? Hope you are fine and enjoying the pleasant weather of winter. So today we are going to do language practice. And for language practice, we have to do exercise 2 and exercise 3. So these two exercises are actually describing voices. And in these exercises, we are going to convert, we are going to transform, we are going to change active voice into passive voice. So, our new book is introducing a new term, and that is passive verb. And what is passive verb? For passive verb, book says that this is the plus passive participle. So passive participle is not but our very own V3. Alright girls. So passive participle is also past participle. So this term is there in the book, and I want you to know this, that passive participle is actually V3 and the passive verb is just be word, any be word plus third form of the verb or passive participle. So now come to the exercises. Let's do exercise. But before doing exercises, I want you to know that we have already learned voices. So you can watch the introductory video of voices before doing these exercises. That will be helpful for you. Now come to the exercise. Let's do exercise 2. So look in your book, read the question, work in pairs and complete the following news report using the correct form of the passive. Using the verbs given in brackets, write the correct news report in your notebook. So you can write this question as it is written on the board. Complete the following news report using the correct form of passive, using the verbs given in brackets. And you can see that verbs are written in brackets. And remember, we have to put passive verb, alright? Because we are doing passive voice. So, the northern part of the country was hit by a massive earthquake this morning. The entire infrastructure damaged very badly. The roads broken, the telephone lines destroyed, and the mobile services disrupt. The people scared as many aftershocks expect. Food, water, and medical aid rushed to the area. An appeal made by the government asking people not to panic. Work due by the army to enable reaching of aid to the remote areas. Funds released by the government to help people in this hour of grief. So, let's fill in the blanks. So, first of all, you see the first sentence which has been done by the book, that the northern part of the country was hit by a massive earthquake. We have been provided a time phrase. This morning, आज सुबह एक earthquake आया है नॉर्दर्न पार्ट में, हमारे मुल्क के शुमाली हिस्से में. तो जितने एक्शंस हैं, all other actions are after this morning. आज सुबह के बाद हो रहे हैं ये तमाम एक्शंस. तो हमें इस बात का ख्याल रखना है. टेंसेस के लिए टेंसेस सही टेंस पुट करने के लिए. So the entire infrastructure, I will say, has been damaged. And why I am saying has been damaged? Because infrastructure or the damage happened in the past, but still damage is present. Past में हुआ, this morning हुआ ये damage, लेकिन इसके consequences अभी भी हमारे सामने मौजूद हैं. तो वो काम जो past में शुरू हुआ हो और present तक चले, वो कौन सा tense बनाता है? Present perfect. तो हम यहाँ कहेंगे कि ये present perfect है, has been damaged. V3 will be there. So the entire infrastructure has been damaged very badly. Similarly, the roads The telephone lines have been destroyed. And after that, and the mobile services disrupt. So the mobile services have been disrupted. The mobile services be disrupted and interrupted or disturbed हैं, and the people are scared. लोग खौफजदा हैं. The people are scared. As many aftershocks are expected. अब हम क्यों कह रहे हैं are expected? Because our wishes, our desires, our expectations, our love or like, simply our feelings. जितनी भी हमारी feelings होती हैं, they all come in present simple. तो इसलिए हमने यहाँ कहा है the people are scared as many aftershocks are expected. Food, water and medical aid are being rushed to the area. बहुत जल्दी से तेजी के साथ भेजे जा रहे हैं उस मुकाम तक. Are being rushed to the area. An appeal is being made by the government. Government की तरफ से अपील की जा रही है. An appeal is being made by the government, asking people not to panic. लोगों से ये कह रही है कि वो पैनिक ना फैलाएं. And work done by the army to enable reaching of aid to the remote areas. Work is being done by the army. हमारी फौज या हमारी आर्मी काम कर रही है ताकि दूर दराज के इलाकों तक मदद पहुंचाई जा सके. Funds have been released by the government. Government ने funds जारी कर दिए हैं. तो ये एक्शन भी पास में हुआ, still present in the present. So funds have been released by the government to help people in this hour of grief. Alright girls, so do this exercise in your registers. Now come to the exercise 3. So exercise 3 is read the following story, then work with a partner and orally complete Samina's report to the police using the passive form. Use the verbs from the story. Write the complete report in your notebook. So you can see that there is a report. There is a complete story by Samina. And the story is Samina hired a new servant. She asked her to submit a copy of her identity card. The servant gave her a copy. She gave her someone else's card. Unfortunately, Samina did not check all the details. After a few days, the servant asked for a loan. Samina refused to give her a loan. The following week, the servant told her a sad story and again asked for some money. She told the servant not to come to work from the next day. When Samina went to her room after a couple of hours, she found it in a mess with all her things on the floor. The servant had emptied her cupboard. She had taken away all the money and the jewelry. So what we have to do? This is what Samina said to the police when they asked her for details. So we have to write all this story in a police report form and we have to convert all the verbs in passive verbs, in passive voice. So let's do this. And you have to do this exercise and exercise 2 also in your registers, in your grammar registers. So look here. You You can do like this, and you can write the question like this. Complete Samina's report to the police using the passive form. Use the verbs from the story. Write the complete report in your notebook. So you can write the question in this way. So, a new servant was hired by me. She dashed to submit a copy of her identity card. अच्छा, बुक को अपने सामने रखिएगा. So you can see the sentence. आप sentence देख सकें कि असल sentence क्या है. तो वहाँ था she asked her to submit a copy. So she was asked. We will write here she was asked to submit a copy of her identity card. A copy was given by her, because the sentence in the story is the servant gave her a copy, and after that sentence is there, she gave her someone else's card. So we will write I was given someone else's card. And then unfortunately the details dashed by me. अब इसमें क्या जुमला था? Unfortunately Samina did not check all the details. So the details were not checked. The details were not checked by me. And after that, in the second paragraph, there is, after a few days, the servant asked for a loan. So, after a few days, I was asked. The main verb here is asked. So, passive verb will be was asked. So, after a few days, I was asked by the servant for a loan. And the next sentence in the story is Samina refused to give her a loan. So you can write here, the loan was refused by me, or you can also write, the loan was not given by me. So I am writing here, the loan was refused by me. I was told, because next sentence in the story is this sentence is, the following week the servant told her a sad story. So the following week I was told a sad story by the servant again. I was asked for some money. The servant was told not to come to work from the next day. Next day servant was told not to come. So there will come, the servant was told. When I went to my room after a couple of hours, it dashed in a mess. So it was found in a mess, because in the story the sentence is she found it in a mess. So it was found in a mess with all the things on the floor. Now there, the servant had emptied her cupboard. So we will write here, the cupboard had been emptied because the sentence in the story is in past perfect tense. So we will write in past perfect here. The cupboard had been emptied by her, all the money and the jewelry dashed by her. So the original sentence in the story is, she had taken away all the money and the jewelry. So this will be, all the money and the jewelry had been taken away. Had been taken away. Remember, if there is a preposition with the verb, or if there is a phrasal verb, the preposition remains with the verb. Preposition verb के साथ ही रहती है, तो हम preposition को verb के साथ ही लिखेंगे, all the money and the jewelry had been taken away by her. So the story has been completed. I have left some spaces here and you have to put these spaces yourself. You have to fill these spaces yourself. Alright girls, so do this exercise in your register. Inshallah, in the next class we will do the exercise of prefixes. Till then, take very good care of yourself.